number 17, Reese Hoskins. Number 10, JT Realmuto. Bryce Harper. Nick Castellanos. Batting 6th at third base, number 28. Batting 7th at shortstop. Batting 8th at second base, number 2, G. Batting 9th at center field, number 60. Tonight's Phillies starting pitcher, number 20. Now, tonight's starting in Houston Astros. Please welcome the manager of the Astros, second base, number 27, Jose. Jeremy Pena. In left field, number 44, Yorda. At third base, number 2, Alex. 30, Kyle Tucker. Here we go. The Tastic Mancini. As McCormick. And the catcher bats ninth, number 15. Number 35, Justin. Gentlemen, your 2022 American. Gentlemen, if you're not standing already, the presentation of our nation's colors. Singing of our national anthem. Please welcome singer, songwriter, and co-founder. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you by the dawn's what so proud at the twilight whose broad stripes through the page was so proud at the twilight and the rockets there, oh, spangled banner, oh, the land, oh,
brave. 18th World Series next on Fox.
To the World Series. It's game 1. Beat American League champion Houston Astros. Inside. Hope you're having a great night. I'm Joe Davis. In this during the regular season. They're unbeaten during the postseason. It's a team that nobody saw coming in the Philadelphia drought in the National League. They fired their classic for the first time since 2009. The backstory. I know when you look and you can go many.
They had a tough journey to get to this. Go deep in the game and shorten the bullpen because their top 3 is outstanding and was shortened because of injuries, but their bullpen, they played an 18.
Up here for the first game. Verlander, of course, for the Astros.
Well, thanks, Joe. Over the last 6 years, the Astros have timed and built what Dusty Baker calls for sign stealing. Tonight begins their a dynasty. Momentum is on their side. The days. The last time they did lose Nola on the mound. Now here's Ken Rosenthal.
A 2-time MVP, a 300, finally is appearing in his first World Series. Before his series-clinching homer in the NLC.
The better he's been. No stage bigger than
to the Fall Classic. Time.
The Phillies are going to the world. The swing of his life.
World Series.
A chorus of adulation. Dreams of a lifetime. As a champion, Philadelphia is in your hands.
For game 1 of the World Series on Fox. Justin Verlander has got the whole world in his hands. 4th postseason start here tonight. This is 2 full seasons with the injury. Comes back and starts in the World Series in his career.
Since those, look for tonight though. So the strike zone, top of the strike zone for good curveball, slider, occasional changeup.
Kyle Schwarber stands in and off we go. He's hit 3 more in the postseason. Home runs in its last 7 games. Verlander's 0-1. Is to the inside.
Release points of both starting pitchers and why the hitter up. And his ability to come over the top makes it he's on his game.
He's got the highest release point way over the top. He's in form coming off beating the Yankees. Schwarber hooks to the country mile. You've seen him do.
And he can break the baseball 2 different ways. That's 6-type curveball and then a sharp breaking slide.
Another 0-2. He's the kind of guy
in this lineup do not. And so he's going to try the fastball.
Home with a 1-2. Goes back up there.
And with the Phillies being a hot, he'll get quick outs. He'll get a lot of strikeouts in his last game. In his
through that game against the Yankees, his 2-2 is a breaker, the first ever in October. He gave up Sim with the walk-off home run, and then got off to a bunch 2 innings, gave up a walk and a double, and the base runner the rest of the way. It's to Kyle Schwarber. Hits him looking. So Schwarber's down, the rest of the lineup, and Harper in the order. But Rob Thompson says, I think that's over with Gene Segura and Brendan Marsh.
Breaking pitch. This one goes down in the 5 home runs. He got hot late.
Ball.
And what he's going to try field here is pretty unique. It's
Hoskins loves to pull the ball. 2 up, 2 downs in this series for the Astros. When you're looking at the left side of the infield, Bregman, Doriel's at first, and Martin Maldonado.
Box wall there. That's a place where a lot of
one of them an inside the park homer
is where the pitchers want to keep the ball. A lot of runs.
JT Realmuto. These are the top 2 home. 1-0 from Verlander. Realmuto watches a curve.
Just to get the eyes of the hitters leak. These breaking balls are going to change the rhythm.
Here's his 2-0 pitch. That's high ball 3 on October 4th, and he fired 5 innings. Now, granted, it was already hard enough to face Verlander. Probably some blur. Marty, 3-0 pitch, strike 1.
To 100, and one thing that made I've called him a 10-speed bike. 8 speeds now. Well, he's 39 years old, but he's still.
Here's his 3-1. Just back against New York. He touched 98.5, but he can fire it in there when he needs to.
He can. And now it brings in a breaking ball if he wants.
Looking for a 1-2-3 first. That's the inning. Game 1 with Jose Altuve set to lead it off. Alex Bregman out of the cleanup spot, followed by Otto. Round things out for Dusty Baker. Tenured player. He's waited and waited for his shot.
It's going to be an unbelievable contrast of Nola. As you see the pitch mix, he can as he faces some of these aggressive hitters for the 27 pitch inning, depending on which has had 6 consecutive games at least. Or we'll see who gives.
Altuve to lead off, and it's a perfectly. No, a bunch of their star players aren't hitting. 25 to start this postseason. Now an 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off.
Everywhere on the plate, and probably swings this ball, but you can't argue his results. The timing back, but look for this pitch right now and see if he can get him to expand.
There he comes. Tries to get him to.
He dives for a little guy. He covers a lot.
Leading this one off. He does come inside.